Now on CoastTV News.
Storm surge flooding. This is what people on the west coast of Florida are experiencing as you await the full impact. Milton, a response by FEMA after their claims of money shortages to deal with hurricane season.
Much calmer closer to home. It's a chilly morning across Delmarva. Temperatures into the 40s and 50s. Grab the heavier jacket. Cool high pressure will keep dangerous Hurricane Milton to our south the next few days. I'll have the latest coming up.
And offshore wind update. That's what's expected today in Fenwick Island as legal action against wind farms planned for our coast continues.
Pushed to the brink in the Big Apple as the Phillies attempt to stay alive tonight and force a fifth game in the divisional series.
This is CoastTV News Today.
And we continue in our 6 o'clock hour. Good morning, everybody. I'm Matt Pensick.
Good morning. I'm Lisa Weber. Paige Marley has the day off. And we're continuing to think about people who are living in Florida as they battle this scary weather. We're going to take a live look right now at St. Petersburg, Florida. In the lower part of your screen, you can see boats at a marina, and that area is in the general path of Hurricane Milton. In
advance of that storm, Florida and federal officials are drilling the importance of evacuating areas as Milton approaches their coast.
And FEMA has dedicated part of its website to combating allegations about its response. And NBC's Alice Barr shows us how a sense of urgency is growing as time runs out to get out before Milton makes a landfall.
As what could be a once-in-a-century storm closes in on Florida's Gulf Coast,
please secure your home or business.
Evacuation orders are growing more urgent.
You must leave. I'm not asking you to leave. I'm telling you, you must leave.
Hurricane Milton expected to make landfall late today or overnight into Thursday along Florida's west central coast. Local officials warning of unsurvivable conditions, with powerful winds stirring up debris left from Hurricane Helene.
That's going into everywhere.
And a storm surge of up to 15 feet in places.
I can't imagine. I don't know what will be left.
Many not waiting to find out. Highways clogged with people fleeing, some gas stations running low on fuel.
One station has it for a while, and then they don't, and you got to find another station that has it.
President Biden speaking with state leaders in the storm's path.
I've told them anything they ask for they can get.
As federal officials ramp up their response with hundreds of workers on the ground and thousands of National Guard members mobilized, they're warning of another hazard, misinformation about the help available.
It's just really creating an interference for us to be able to do the job that we need to do.
Former President Trump elevating false claims, including that FEMA disaster money was diverted to help migrants and that storm victims are only being offered $750, even though they can qualify for more.
Individuals lose trust in their government. They are reluctant to seek the assistance that they need.
A race to reach everyone in need in the final hours before landfall. In Washington, Alice Barr, NBC News.
Many states have sent support to those in Milton's path, and Governor John Carney is deploying the Delaware National Guard to Florida to assist with the response to Hurricane Milton. And 100 service members and over 40 vehicles will be activated today to help manage the hurricane's impact. The Guard will assist with route clearance and other emergency needs for 8 days.
In Maryland, the Army National Guard been in North Carolina since Saturday, and here is some of what they are seeing there. Soldiers and helicopters working separate missions in the rescue and recovery efforts in the aftermath of Hurricane Helene. No end date to this mission has been announced. And we do expect this time, when we come to you on Thursday, to get a look at the impact of Hurricane Milton.
Yeah, and we keep saying prayers for those in Florida. And we're going to bring in First Alert meteorologist Bob Trahey to get a look at our local forecast. Good morning, Bob.
Good morning, guys. Yeah, by this time tomorrow, we're talking about the aftermath, as landfall will probably be around 2 a.m. somewhere between Tampa Bay and Fort Myers, and then it moves inland. So, yeah, we're praying for those folks. It's going to be very tough the next 24 hours and after that as well. Closer to home, though, chilly, 41 in Delmar, Salisbury. Just checked my home station in Millsboro, 44 there, 44 in Georgetown, Seaford, 45, but 50s along the coast. A little warmer for you there. As the winds are calm inland, wind, a little bit of a breeze along the coast, but the tendency is out of the west, and we will warm up today. It's just a chilly start. You can see kind of the white complexion on the satellite picture right now with all that cold air reflecting back to space as we have cold, high pressure building in. Some clouds and showers to the north, but all in all, we are very quiet and chilly. Here's Futurecast at 7. Make sure you warm up the car, grab the coffee, and have that heavier jacket. 40s and then 50s, and then by late morning in the upper 60s. And this afternoon, I think we're in the low to maybe mid 70s inland, but mainly lower 70s. 60s at the beaches, but feeling cooler with that westerly breeze. If you're going for a jog, looking good this morning. Light winds. Might want to layer up a little bit. 40s to begin with, then 50s, 60s, and then by noon, we're looking pretty good. Lots of sunshine and lower 70s.
Thank you, Bob. Happening today, the proposed North Star development is back on Sussex County Planning and Zoning Commission's agenda. On your screen, this is the area that we're talking about. That's where the development would be located between Beaver Dam Road and Route 9 in Lewis. That is, if the proposal is approved. Plan calls for 758 single-family lots, 94 multi-family units. It also plans for 96,000 square feet of commercial space. It's a development that has brought several concerns among people in the area. One of the most common, traffic.
The infrastructure is not accessible over here for having just 2 lanes, one each way. And if you have that many houses, most families have a minimum of 2 vehicles each. So double the number and you will have so much traffic, you will not be able to get around.
And the Sussex County Planning and Zoning Commission will meet this afternoon at 3 to review 4 ordinances related to this proposed development.
And North Star is just one of the many recent mega developments proposed for the Lewis area. Cool Springs Crossing up near Route 9 near Harbison was planned to be a commercial and housing hub. This will include over 1,200 homes, and an earlier application was up to 1,900. In downtown Lewis, Overfall Preserve on Savannah Road would bring 90 townhomes, and there's a public hearing on that next week.
So about the Lewis developments, let's switch gears and go to Milton now. 235 townhouses are proposed to be built on 69 acres just off of Route 16. That's west of Milton near Route 30. According to a recent review, there would be 59 buildings on the property.
And happening this morning, an offshore wind update in Fenwick Island, as the town is suing the Bureau of Ocean Energy Management over plans to build turbines off of the coast. Fenwick Island's Environmental Committee is set to discuss offshore wind at its meeting, and it was in August the town council voted to join Ocean City in its case against the Bureau. And it was last week the Caesar Rodney Institute filed a separate lawsuit against DENREC regarding the transmission lines proposed to be put ashore at the Delaware Seashore State Park.
Construction is always trust the process type of issue, and now that issue is center stage in Dewey Beach. Happening today, the town could vote on a construction projects planned during the busy summer season. According to the town's agenda, the Charter and Code Review Committee could vote on changing the code there to pause or restrict construction, and if this is approved today, the issue will go to town council.
And happening now, speed limits are lower and fines are higher for traffic violations during Ocean City's special event zone. Thursday starts the Endless Summer Cruising event, and the 4-day event will bring in all different types of cars from owners to show off and drive through Ocean City. And Jason Funk says the temporary rules are a good thing.
The biggest thing would be safety. There's a lot of speeding, a lot of just nonsense that shouldn't be, and that's why I'm really glad to see what they're doing now is hopefully making an impact.
While the Endless Summer Cruising event doesn't start until Thursday, Ocean City is looking to get ahead and make sure the roads and people are as safe as possible.
Got an update here on a story that we've been covering since March. Frank Stiles, a 51-year-old from Millsboro, has been arrested for home improvement fraud. According to the Delaware State Police, since February 2023, detectives discovered Stiles was operating under several business names, signed contracts with 16 victims for in-ground pool installation. That installation, none of that ever happened. Stiles received over $1.5 million in payments without even starting the project. He did turn himself in to Troop 4 and now faces several felony charges. More information on this can be found on CoastTV.com.
And the city of Milford wants your thoughts on its zoning code when it comes to marijuana. Milford is one of our coastal towns that has not decided whether or not to ban or allow marijuana, And on Monday, Milford will talk about a code specifically regarding medical marijuana rules, and then also the option to ban or regulate marijuana facilities. This meeting will take place October 28th at 6 p.m.
Game 3 of the National League Divisional Series for the Phillies was basically over just as it started. This is the second inning. The Mets' Pete Alonso takes Aaron Nola's high heat for an opposite field home run. All Mets in this game, meaning it is SOS time tonight for the Phillies. Save our season in Game 4. Phillies facing elimination. More on all of this later on Coast TV News Today.
And we're just getting started here on Coast TV News Today.
Now coming up, a program called the Help Initiative hopes to counter crime in Ellendale. What the latest free tool is expected to do.
And also, Lewis will be the site of 2 major roadwork projects this month. We'll tell you what Delaware says needs to happen to replace one pivotal bridge in the city.
And after a lengthy planning process, Fenwick Island is set to begin dredging, and we will tell you where that project will begin and also how long the town says it will take. That and more as Coast TV News Today continues.
When choosing windows and doors for your home, at Pella, it's your choice. We manufacture maintenance-free vinyl, fiberglass, and wood-clad windows and patio doors, all with lifetime warranties. High performance, energy efficient, and loaded with options to help make your house your home. Industry-first features and benefits make living easier and increase your home's value. Visit our Experience Center or call us today to schedule your free in-home consultation, where we bring the showroom to you.
Foul odors, discolored water, are you running out of hot water more quickly? These are all signs of sediment buildup in your water heater. And as the buildup becomes more severe, it can even cause a premature tank failure. Flushing the tank periodically can prevent these problems. FH Fur has you covered. Get a water heater flush for $49. That's right, a complete water heater flush for only $49. Act now and get a plumbing inspection free.
877-CALL-FUR. FHFur.com.
Angela Alsobrooks got caught taking illegal tax breaks, at least $16,000.
Senate candidate Angela Alsobrooks took advantage of tax breaks that she was not eligible to get.
Angela Alsobrooks' campaign says she was unaware of the error.
That's odd because all 4 mortgages were in her name on the D.C. property.
Alsobrooks owes $59,000 in back taxes. Alsobrooks isn't just dishonest on her taxes. She's dishonest with us. Maryland's Future is responsible for the content of this advertising.
Builders, rental properties, and hotels. Reglaze your tubs and showers like new in just one day. Repair chips, cracks, or change the color. Call Hurl's Bath Repair for a free estimate.
Get covered from the rain with a free Coast TV umbrella. Simply enter at CoastTVumbrella.com for a chance to win. Then catch Coast TV News weekdays to see if you've won. Sponsored by Paul Davis Restoration and Home Remodeling. Take your favorite radio station with you wherever you go. Download free today.
6:12 on our chilly Wednesday morning. Here's our HSB cam from Cambridge, 46. Yeah, the water's still liquid form. It should stay that way for a while, but it's cold out there. 41 in Delmar, 44 in Georgetown and Millsboro, 46 in Milton. We've got 50s at the beaches, as warm as 58 at Indian River Inlet. Winter calm inland, a bit of a breeze along the coast, and the winds will come out of the west today and warm us up eventually, but not right now. It's chilly, clear, and calm as we've got high pressure to the west, and we're looking at a lot of sunshine. And it will be a chilly start for the kiddos at the bus stop. 44 off to school. Make sure they bundle up, and then heading home, they can probably carry that jacket and hat. Sunny and cooler, and not too bad. 73 with lots of sunshine.
Here is a story that we've been following for some time now. Milton has officially voted on its new tagline. It is walkable, livable, unforgettable. They are the words that will adorn the top of this new logo. Town Council also voted to add the phrase, the historic town of Milton, and put that into the banner of the logo. Developing news in Fenwick Island. After nearly a decade of planning, the town's long-awaited dredging project of the Little Assawoman Bay now has an official start date. Town says dredging is set to begin next Monday in the North Boating Channel, and work should then move to the South Channel by November 1st. Officials say the project is expected to be completed by November the 12th.
And the machinists' union strike against Boeing is nearing a 1-month mark with no signs of an agreement in the works. The union in a statement said Boeing is at fault for not making an offer that would be acceptable in its rank and file members. Boeing on Tuesday said that it is trying to reach a deal with the union that will bring the strike to an end. And yet again, the federal government spent far more than it collected in revenue for fiscal year 2024. And according to the Congressional Budget Office, the budget deficit hit $1.8 trillion. And last year, the fiscal year's budget hit $1.7 trillion. And the continued fiscal imbalance could make it more difficult for Congress to reach a spending deal for fiscal year 2025. And still ahead, upcoming roadwork in Lewis aims to improve 2 major roadways. We'll tell you why one local says the project will help the community prevent flooding.
And the Flag's getting a bit of a workout. Lewis this morning, 51 there, but 40s inland. A very chilly start with 40s and 50s across Delmarva. Thanks to strong high pressure, that high is keeping dangerous Hurricane Milton to our south. The latest on the hurricane and our forecast coming up in 2 minutes.
Listen to Coast Country 103.9 and 106.3. We're Delmarva proud.
Welcome to Your Space Storage at Bayside, proudly serving the beach with a unique redesigned storage experience. Enjoy our fully enclosed loading area, 24/7 access, climate-controlled units, and a revolutionary self-serve kiosk where you can check in and load in anytime, day or night. Visit us at storeatbayside.com to get your first full month free and lock in your rate for 1 full year with our Your Price Guarantee. Your Space Storage, conveniently located just 2.5 miles from the Fenwick-Harris Teeter.
Welcome to the Brush Factory. Explore our over 60 local merchants and artists all together under one roof. You just never know what you'll find at the Brush Factory on Kings. As always, we greatly appreciate your support.
We couldn't do it without you.
Make sure your neighborhood feels like home with landscaping and property services by Herker Property Maintenance. We combine science and art to create and maintain the landscape masterpiece you've always dreamed of. We can handle the largest developments and commercial properties all over and provide a consistent data evaluation to keep your property perfectly maintained. Clean, innovative, fast, reliable, from landscaping to pavement services and everything in between. Take an innovative approach with Herker Property Maintenance.
Stanley Steamer gets your home cleaner.
Right now, pet dander, skin cells, mold spores, pollen, and dirt are being sucked into your air ducts. Get cleaner air and system efficiency now with Stanley Steamer. For over 75 years, we've continually engineered our equipment and processes to deep clean your entire home. Your air ducts aren't clean until they're Stanley Steamer clean.
Time is 6:17, and you are looking live at this little bit of a breeze near the coast this morning. And Bob, I knew this was coming, but still a little bit of a shock to the system. Temperatures in the 40s.
It is. You know, even during the day yesterday, Matt, it was like, wow. I mean, the sun was out, but we were basically in the 60s all day, just about touching 70. And then this morning, it is a shock to the system. Probably some heaters kicking on out there. You got to break out and scramble to get the warm clothes for the colder weather because it's chilly. 41 in Delmar, 44 in Georgetown. Millsboro's actually 44, not 48 right now. 47 in Milton, 58 Indian River Inlet, and 54 in Rehoboth. We saw that breeze along the coast keeping you a little milder, but inland it's calm, and that's why we're so chilly. We're seeing a westerly breeze that will set up today and warm us up a little bit from that chilly start. But you can see on the satellite picture kind of that milky complexion to the satellite. That's the cold air reflecting back to space as we've got high pressure in charge. You can see the outer clouds fanning out from Milton now, moving into Georgia and into the Carolinas while it's high pressure farther back to the west. And this big bubble of high pressure will protect us from Milton, but not protect Florida, unfortunately, as they're going to take a direct hit later tonight. Here's Futurecast this morning. We're in the 40s and 50s. By mid-morning, we're into the low 60s. And by shortly afternoon, low 70s, but only 60s at the beaches, maybe around 67 in Dewey. Dewey Beach, 71 in Millsboro, 71 in Georgetown. As we go through this evening, we're going to see a reinforcing shot of cooler air. Winds picking up out of the northwest, so 50s at midnight. And we're looking at 40s tomorrow morning with the wind. So that's going to be even chillier. 46 in Seaford, 45 in Ellendale, and 40s and 50s at the coast. And tomorrow will be a much cooler day despite sunshine. Highs only into the mid-60s. Then we move into Friday morning, another chilly start with temperatures into the 40s and 50s. Here is very dangerous Hurricane Milton. Look how tight this eye is right here. And this is not good news. It looks like the pressure has dropped now to 907 millibars, 160 mile-per-hour sustained winds gusting to 195, and it's making a beeline to the northeast right now, heading for the Florida coast. Already seeing showers and storms there, and it's a 5, probably making landfall as a 4, somewhere south of Tampa Bay as we head into tomorrow morning. So it looks like they could avoid the worst of the storm surge. That said, though, somebody's going to get about a wall of water about 15 feet, maybe around Sarasota down to Fort Myers, and on top of that, winds of at least 130 miles per hour, tons of rain, just a devastating situation. Then it weakens as it moves over the peninsula to a Category 1 south of Jacksonville as we go into Thursday afternoon, and then a tropical storm farther out in the Atlantic, and then it goes safely out to sea as kind of a hybrid low into the weekend. So we're safe up here. We're looking at clear skies really right through the weekend. A front will bring clouds, maybe some showers on Monday, clouds Tuesday, as another shot of cool air will be building in. Paul Davis 7-day forecast, 73 with sunshine today, only 65 on Thursday, 42 Friday morning, 69 on Friday with sunshine, upper 70s this weekend. Then we plunge again next week, 69 Monday down to 63 for a high on Tuesday, partly cloudy skies.
Thank you, Bob. 2 large roads in Lewis up for some big improvement. First one we'll tell you about, Kings Highway near Cape Henlopen High School. That's undergoing construction to add more turn lanes. And get this, part of New Road also closed due to Chesapeake Utilities beginning gas line installation there. DelDOT says it is the first step needed to eventually replace Canary Creek Bridge in a few years. It's a welcome situation for some living in the area.
You know, my hope is that it'll give you access for kayaking on Canary Creek by having an entry point perhaps under that bridge that makes more sense, because it's not very realistic to enter there with a kayak at this point.
And DelDOT says the Kings Highway construction, that is expected to be completed in early November. New Road, that'll be shut down for about 8 weeks.
This is now going to bring us to our CoastTV poll. We want to know, when is a good time to start road work on Delmarva?
Okay, so we have some changes here. There's an update. The last time we checked in, most of you are still voting nighttime, year-round. That makes sense.
Yeah.
Again, Elisa never cracks me up because I get it.
I get it, too. I mean, I get it. I think nighttime makes sense. I get it. Summertime is tough.
Summertime definitely tough.
We know it. That's a difficult time of year.
Well, we'd like to hear what you have to say. Chime in. If you haven't voted yet, you can still do so at CoastTV.com or on the mobile app.
And up next on Coast TV News today, the HELP Initiative hopes to stop crime in Ellendale. We'll tell you what the president of the program says about results of its latest event. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back.
Listen to Coast Country 103.9 and 106.3. We're Delmarva proud.
Explore the natural wonders of the Delaware Bay at Fisherman's Wharf in Lewis. Our fleet of boats guarantees an experience like no other, no matter the season. Keep your eyes peeled for majestic whales, playful dolphins, and curious seals. From full and half-day fishing trips to evening cruises, special events, and even private charters, there's something for everyone. Sit back, relax, and enjoy the ride, taking in the incredible beauty of the Delaware Bay. What are you waiting for? Check us out online, then book your trip today.
America's Jazz Legacy lives at 2024's 12th Annual True Blue Jazz Festival, October 16th through the 20th, with the most significant artist lineup of any festival on the East Coast. Jazz legends like bassist Buster Williams, the voice of Mary Stallings, piano master Bill Charlap, plus powerhouse tenor saxman Jerry Weldon and renowned trumpeter Terrell Stafford. Don't miss the annual Saturday Big Band Jazz Marathon. Tops in local and regional jazz and free venues across Rehoboth and Lewis, Delaware for everyone. Visit truebluejazz.org. Get your tickets now.
18 years ago, we founded Community Bank Delaware with the goal of providing high-quality banking services to our local community. Here you meet with decision makers, people just like you who live in and love this community. We provide the newest banking technologies to our customers, supported by our local team of banking professionals. Our bank serves clients throughout Sussex County, and we continue to grow, all thanks to you. Community Bank Delaware, where community matters.
Unleash your Halloween spirit at Puppies R Us. You'll find positively spooky cute puppies and all the food, toys, and pup accessories you'll need. Vet checked, vaccinated, microchipped, and backed by our Healthy Pup Promise. Right now, get spectacular savings when you purchase a new puppy. $100 off and a free bag of Canada puppy food to help your new furry friend grow strong and healthy. Visit us on Route 13 in Bridgeville, family-owned Puppies R Us, where we put the puppies before us.
If you live in Ellendale, these light bulbs and floodlights are available to you for free. The HELP Initiative is a program that offers free lights to people to prevent against crime, and locals are taking advantage of this program, and they say it's great that the lights are free. And CoastTV talked to the president of the HELP Initiative about the goals and the results of this program.
They have an uptick in crime in those locations, so we go in and better lighting, better public safety is our motto. And that's how we focus and decide on where we're going to go and install the lights. We were able to show that in parts 1 and 2 crimes, that there had been a cumulative reduction of about 12% of crime in those locations.
And the HELP Initiative says if you could not make it to the meeting, they will be going door to door in Ellendale to ensure that everyone has the lights.
And we are joined again by First Alert meteorologist Bob Trihey, and we start a bit chillier this morning.
I turned on my heated seat this morning, guys. It's groundbreaking in my car.
Yeah. Is that breaking news?
I think so. Okay. Well, I forgot to wear a jacket when I left my apartment, so I ran out, turned on my heated seat. I need to be done.
It's a shock. You know, you forget your jacket, you step outside, you're like, wait a minute, it's in the 40s. It's awfully chilly out here. Here's your beach forecast, 40s and 50s to start this morning, but then warming up with sunshine, lower 70s from Fenwick Island to Ocean City. Waves around 2 to 4 feet. We will see a gusty westerly wind into the afternoon. A good ferry ride up to Cape May, but we're starting out around 50 degrees. Make sure you have your heavier jacket. Lower 70s this afternoon there, and the same for Rehoboth as well. Next 3 days in Cambridge, you got changes. 70s today, and then only 60s for highs Thursday and Friday. And then for Crisfield, 72 today, then cooling into the 60s Thursday and Friday. As we are looking at, well, another shot of cooler air as we go into the upcoming weekend. It'll actually warm up for the weekend and then cool down early next week. More on that and dangerous Hurricane Milton coming up in the next half hour.
And coming up, Fenwick offshore wind debate update. We'll tell you what to expect from today's meeting after the town voted to join Ocean City's lawsuit just a few months ago.
Also, traffic trouble concerns. It's over a proposed development that's back up for review in Sussex County.
And thousands are under evacuation orders as Hurricane Milton is expected to make landfall today. We'll tell you how severe experts say this storm could be. All that and more when CoastTV News Today continues.
At Atlantic General Hospital, we've been busy. Busy expanding healthcare services that are second to none in our region. From cancer care and women's health services to orthopedics, gastroenterology, and more, we provide advanced health technologies delivered by top providers. Expert care every day. It's what you can count on from Atlantic General Hospital.
Our mission here at the Boardwalk Buddy Walk is simple: to create a community where people with Down syndrome or any other cognitive disorder can live, learn, work, and play. That's why every October, we invite family and friends to a full weekend of acceptance and inclusion in Rehoboth Beach. This year's event takes place on October 12th at 9 a.m. at the Rehoboth Beach Boardwalk and Bandstand. So come out to this year's Boardwalk Buddy Walk and Walk. For more info, go to boardwalkbuddywalk.com, sponsored by CoastTV.
For the freshest local oysters on the shore, trust Harbor House Seafood. Our harvest begins at sea, straight from the heart of Chesapeake and Delaware Bay, aboard our boats, ensuring that only the finest oysters make it from harvest to plate. With our commitment to freshness and quality, Harbor House Seafood should be your first and only stop for local oysters, fresh seafood, and premium Black Angus beef. Surf and turf has never been this fresh. Harbor House Seafood, your surf and turf market in Seaford, Delaware, and online at harborhouseseafood.com.
Ever have a day that just couldn't get any worse? Meet Tyler, the champion of chaos. having a day that's gone from bad to worse. When life throws you a string of unfortunate events, the Law Office of Trapp Nickel is here to provide a helping hand. Our experienced workers' compensation team is here to fight for your rights and help shape your misfortune into meaningful compensation.
If you've been injured at work, don't wait. Get the justice you deserve.
The Law Office of Trapp Nickel. Your priority is our priority.
Now on CoastTV News.
Get away ahead of hurricane. This is southern Florida as people head east for a safer situation with Milton moving closer to the state's Gulf Coast.
It's a chilly morning across Delmarva. Temperatures in the 40s and 50s. Grab the heavy jacket out the door. Cool high pressure will keep Milton well to our south the next few days. I'll have the latest coming up.
Zone is in effect. That's the situation in Ocean City, and why going slow is being welcomed by people who live in the town.
Discussing development, big one planned for Delaware City in need of housing, and why Sussex County officials are hearing concerns about this plan.
This is CoastTV News Today.
October 9th, 2024. Good morning, everybody. I'm Matt Pensick. Good morning, Elisa.
Good morning, Matt. Good morning. I'm Elisa Weber. Paige Marley is off today. And we're going to be continuing to track Hurricane Milton, and it has strengthened back into a powerful Category 5 storm, and it is headed straight for Florida. People on the Gulf Coast are already seeing scenes like this one, 7 to 8 foot waves, and evacuation orders have been going into effect in a number of areas. And Milton is expected to make landfall early Thursday morning near Tampa Bay.
And many states have sent support to those in Milton's path. Governor John Carney deploying the Delaware National Guard to Florida to assist with the response to Hurricane Milton. 100 service members and over 40 vehicles will be activated today to help manage the hurricane's impact. The Guard will assist with route clearance and other emergency needs for 8 days.
And also in Maryland, the Army National Guard has been in North Carolina since Saturday, and here's some of what they are seeing. Soldiers and helicopters are working separate missions in the rescue and recovery efforts in the aftermath of Hurricane Helene. And no date as to when this mission will end has been announced.
All this is certainly something we will be watching throughout the day and into the early morning hours on Thursday.
Yeah, and we're going to bring in First Alert meteorologist Bob Trihey. Tell us a little bit more about the weather, especially our local weather. Good morning.
Yeah, good morning, guys. It looks like that hurricane will make landfall sometime after midnight between Tampa Bay and Fort Myers. So by this time tomorrow, it will have already made landfall, probably with really sad results. So we're praying for those folks. Closer to home, though, it's just a chilly, clear morning for us. 41 in Delmarva, 44 in Georgetown and Millsboro, 47 in Milton, 58 in Ocean City, and the same for Indian River Inlet. The winds are calm, a little bit of a breeze at the coast, and you can see kind of the white complexion to the satellite picture. That's the cold air reflecting back to space. It's chilly, high pressure that we have in place right now. Just some clouds, a few showers to the north up near New York, but for us, we're high and dry. So make sure you grab that warm cup of coffee and that heavier jacket out the door. 40s to around 50 early on, and then by 9:30, we're into the lower 60s for many of us. Lots of sunshine today and close to 70 around 11:30, and then by 1 o'clock, we're into the lower 70s. Some beach locations staying in the 60s, around 71 in Millsboro, Delmar 71, but feeling cooler with a westerly breeze, and that breeze will be pretty gusty as we go afternoon into the evening. Don't need the rain gear. Today's checklist. You need the heavy jacket out the door, maybe a warm cup of coffee or hot cocoa. Make sure you have the sunscreen too. That sun's still strong, and grab the sunglasses as well.
Bob, and happening today, the proposed North Star development is back on Sussex County Planning and Zoning Commission's agenda. It'll be between Beaver Dam Road and Route 9 in Lewis if the proposal is approved. And the proposed development consists of 758 single-family home lots, 94 multifamily units, 96,000 square feet of commercial space. The Sussex County Planning and Zoning Commission will meet today at 3 p.m.
North Star, just one of many recent mega developments proposed for the Lewis area. Cool Spring Crossing up Route 9 near Harbison. That was planned to be a commercial and housing hub, and at last check that we did, it will include over 1,200 homes. An earlier application actually had it up to over 1,900. And then in downtown Lewis, Overfall Preserve on Savannah Road would bring 90 townhomes there. There's a public hearing on all this next week.
And it's going to be a big weekend for car lovers in Ocean City. The town is enforcing a special event zone in order to keep everyone safe.
CoastTV News reporter Brendan Conroy shows us it is hoped this will make it better for pedestrians and drivers on the road.
Slow down in Ocean City this weekend or it might cost you. as the town of Ocean City is enforcing a special event zone for its endless summer cruising event this weekend. These events can pack the roads. Lower speed limits and higher fines for violations will be in effect on Coastal Highway through Sunday. One local has seen a few events in Ocean City and says he's happy to see this special event zone in place.
I always like to see that stuff no matter what, just because it makes it more safe anyways. And I'm just a fan of being safe and driving slow, and there's been plenty of accidents, trying to keep from that, so I agree with everything they're doing.
These zones are established by the town of Ocean City 3 times a year for times that welcome in a lot of motorists. Lori Chappelle has seen how people drive in Ocean City and says this weekend will be a good change.
I feel better knowing it could be a little bit slower, just because I've been down here before and people just drive like crazy, like there's no speed limit at all anywhere. So I think it's good.
While Ocean City is known for hosting big events that locals and visitors love, safety is always a top priority, whether on the roads in a car or on the crosswalks and sidewalks as a pedestrian. Although the event doesn't start until Thursday, the town of Ocean City is looking to enforce these special event zones now to make sure cars are ready for an increase in both cars and pedestrians this upcoming weekend. In Ocean City, Brendan Conroy, Coast TV News.
We're checking out the scene this morning in Fenwick Island. Not a lot of traffic there. None to be seen, actually. This is above the intersection of Coastal Highway and Delaware Route 54. We continue to track a lawsuit that's going on in Fenwick Island. This involves offshore wind plans and the Bureau of Ocean Energy Management, and happening this morning, there will be an offshore wind update. Fenwick Island's Environmental Committee set to discuss offshore wind at its meeting. It was in August the town council voted to join Ocean City in its case against the Bureau, and it was just last week the Cesar Riley Institute filed a separate lawsuit against DENREC regarding the transmission lines proposed to be put ashore at the Delaware Seashore State Park.
And construction is always a trust the process type of issue, and now that subject is center stage in Dewey Beach. Also happening today, the town could vote on allowing construction projects during the busy summer season. And according to the agenda, the Charter and Code Review Committee could vote on changing town code to pause or restrict construction. And if approved, this issue will go to the town council.
An update on a story that we've been covering for you for several months. 51-year-old Frank Stiles from Millsboro has been arrested for home improvement fraud. According to the Delaware State Police, since February of 2023, detectives discovered that Stiles was operating under several business names, signing contracts with 16 victims for in-ground pool installation that never happened. Stiles received over $1.5 million in payments without even starting the project. He did turn himself in to Troop 4, and he faces several felony charges. More on this can be found on CoastTV.com.
The city of Milford wants your thoughts on its zoning code when it comes to marijuana. Milford is one of our coastal towns that has not decided to ban or allow marijuana at this point. And on Monday, Milford will talk about a code specifically regarding medical marijuana rules, and then also the option to ban or regulate marijuana retail facilities. This meeting will take place October 28th at 6 p.m. at City Hall. And 14 state attorney generals are suing social media platform TikTok and alleging it hurts young people's mental health. Numerous studies show social media in general can harm children and teens, and they argue its endless scrolling content is addictive and the challenge videos can encourage risky behavior. TikTok says it's proud of its efforts to protect teens.
Got a lot more news to get to in this final half hour. Don't go anywhere.
Coming up, voting deadlines in Maryland and Delaware. We'll tell you what you need to know if you're still unregistered for the November 5th election.
Also, Phil's falter in New York as the National League East champs waking up this morning facing elimination.
And the Brandywine Valley SPCA Bark on the Boards party is coming to Rehoboth Beach. We'll tell you about the fantastic activities you can expect at this year's event. Stay with us on Coast TV News today.
We salute Colin Nauman. Colin joined the Milton Fire Department in 2018 and has quickly risen through the ranks, serving as both a lieutenant and a captain. Known for his exceptional skills as a firefighter, Colin is also recognized for his dedication to mentoring new members of the department. His leadership and commitment to excellence not only enhance safety and efficiency within the team, but also foster a supportive and knowledgeable environment for the next generation of firefighters.
Spicer Brothers and Coast TV. are honoring military persons and first responders serving Delmarva. If you have a family member, friend, or community member that you would like to nominate for a Coast TV Salute, go to coasttvsalutes.com.
Has your kitchen remodel been on the back burner?
Move it forward now and take advantage of our biggest kitchen sale of the year.
Paul Davis can restyle your kitchen for half the cost of a traditional kitchen remodel. Get all new doors, drawers, and hardware without any major demolition. And the best part is, it's done in as little as 3 days.
We'll bring the showroom to you as soon as tomorrow and give you an estimate that day.
Call now to get $1,500 off, plus free hardware and no payments, no interest for 12 months. Call Paul Davis,
the restoration and remodeling experts.
Imagine a home that truly reflects your unique style and sophistication. Welcome to Bay to Beach Builders. Step into the brand new Idea Home and Design Studio in Greenwood, where your dream home takes shape. Select every style, every color, and every detail. Our design specialists will guide you through every step. Experience the unmatched quality of Amish craftsmanship, blended seamlessly with modern design. And the best part, our homes are surprisingly affordable, starting at under $200,000. Bay to Beach Builders. Imagine your home. Create your space. Live your life.
With more than 25 years of surgical expertise, Dr. Julie Berry is now accepting new patients at Tidal Health Ear, Nose, and Throat Surgery. Dr. Berry offers specialized care for a wide range of general ear, nose, and throat disorders. Whether you're dealing with chronic sinus issues or require advanced surgical intervention, Dr. Berry is here to provide expert care tailored to your specific needs. Discover the difference that expert care can make. Schedule your appointment today.
Local businesses are the lifeline of every community. And behind every local business is a person with a dream, putting their heart and soul into something they believe in. And when you support a local business, you're contributing to the local economy and making our community thrive. Spicer Brothers has been helping Delmarva families with their home improvement projects for over 20 years. So trust Spicer Brothers with your home, where every dollar stays right here on Delmarva, supporting real local people and their families.
Just about 6:41 on this clear and chilly Wednesday morning, 42 in Laurel. Sun's up at 7:05. Make sure you bundle up out the door. As cold as 41 in Redden right now, in Delmar and Salisbury, 45 in Seaford. But some 50s along the coast, a little warmer for you, but still chilly nonetheless. Calm winds inland, a bit of a breeze along the coast as we do have the clear skies. Maybe a little bit of patchy fog, but nothing widespread. Just clear skies today and plenty of high pressure. Looking good on the golf course today, and make sure you layer up because you'll be peeling those layers off later. Sunny skies, breezy and mild, 73 degrees. And congratulations to Renee Childs from Salisbury. She is our umbrella winner for today.
Ready for a positively fantastic day. The Brandywine Valley SPCA's Bark on the Boards party is hitting Rehoboth Beach. It's all happening on Saturday, October 19th from 11 a.m. to 2 p.m. And you won't want to miss pumpkin carving, dock dog diving, a drag show, a pet costume contest, and a chance to meet adorable, adoptable pets. It's a fantastic fundraiser, and our very own Madeline Overturf will be your MC.
How about some fall fun at Dogfish Head's Milton Brewery? The Pumpkin Ale Fest kicks off Saturday, October 12th. There you can expect games, live music, and of course you got the pet photo booth. And a portion of the proceeds of this will support the Brandywine Valley SPCA, and all pets are welcome.
The Delmarva Sports Network from the Wawa Studios.
Game 3 of the NLDS in New York between the Phillies and the Mets, and it's a pivotal one. The winner of Game 3 in a 1-1 series goes on to win the series over 70% of the time. In the second inning, New York strikes first. Pete Alonso goes the other way off Aaron Nola for his solo home run, his third of the postseason. Alonso crushes this one to the opposite field, and at the end of it, he would give a hearty bat flip in the process. Mets take the lead 1-0. Fourth inning, same score. Jesse Winker at the dish with no one on, and he uncorks on this baseball and takes a long look at it. His first of the postseason. Winker would stand and admire that one along with all the other Mets fans. Mets lead 2-0. Top of the sixth, same score. Sean Manaea in a jam with 2 on. Bryce Harper at the plate. He goes down on 3 pitches. Next batter, Nick Castellanos lines out to Jose Iglesias, who makes the grab and flips to second for the inning-ending double play. Manaea fired up. Mets still lead 2-0.
Bottom of the sixth, same score, bases loaded with 2 outs. Starling Marte provides some insurance. Mets win 7-2 to take a 2-1 series lead. Do or die game 4 for the Phils is tonight in Flushing at 5:08 p.m. That'll do it for sports. Have a great day, everyone.
And coming up today on DSN, college men's soccer. That's when Salisbury University takes on Johns Hopkins at 4, followed by a replay of Bayside Conference girls volleyball, North Dorchester at Queen Anne's. And at 10:30, it is the final score. On DSN Plus, you can catch that Salisbury University soccer match. And then here are your DSN Plus exclusives. North Dorchester will take on North Carolina in girls volleyball at 5:15. More girls high school volleyball with St. George's and Appoquinimink. And at the same time, Polytech faces Hodson.
And the holiday season will be here before we know it, and that means the return of Draper Media's Bless Our Children campaign. We support charities who handpick families in need, and they ensure every child gets a gift to open Christmas morning. Right now, we are looking for those charities, and we are accepting applications from those nonprofits through October 18th.
It is a chilly fall morning across Delmarva. 51 in Ocean View right now in the Gutter Helmet Cam. Clear skies, 40s inland. Grab that jacket out the door. And it is cold thanks to strong high pressure. And that high is keeping Hurricane Milton well to our south. The latest on that powerful storm in our forecast coming up in 2 minutes.
NBC News Daily, weekdays at 1 on CoastTV.
Fall into planning at Bella Terra Garden Center. Autumn is the perfect time of year for planting. Come check out our locally sourced collection of trees and shrubs of all shapes and sizes. Did you know that Bella Terra is open 7 days a week? Join our garden club for big savings and first access to all sale promotions. Stocked with the smallest succulents to the tallest of trees, Bella Terra Garden Center is here for all your gardening needs. Like us on Facebook and follow us on Instagram. Located right off Route 16 in Ellendale.
Come home to Crawl Street Tavern, where everyone's a local. Home to the Crawl Daddy Light Craft Beer. Start your day off right with breakfast classics. Indulge in your favorite pub grub, amazing wings, and killer crab cakes. Live music every weekend. Located on Waikamago Street, just steps away from the Ocean City Boardwalk. Open every day starting at 8 a.m.
Don't let other water heating services pressure you into making unnecessary fixes. Let the experts at Paradise Plumbing guide you.
We are locally owned and operated with over 20 years of experience to help you identify the solution that will best fit your needs. Get your hot water flowing fast with a quick recovery heater from Rheem, in stock and ready to install for under $2,000. Pay nothing for 30 days or take advantage of our Pay Today discount. Call Paradise Plumbing today or visit us online at paradiseplumbingde.com.
877-CALL-FUR, FHFur.com.
As temperatures drop, FH Fur invites you to be part of something truly heartwarming, our Fall into Comfort Toy Drive. Through December 15th for only $29, the experts at FH Fur will perform a comprehensive heating system inspection, ensuring your home stays snug through the chilly months ahead. The best part? 100% of the proceeds will go to the United States Marine Corps Reserve's Toys for Tots. Schedule your heating inspection today with FH Fur.
877-CALL-FUR, FHFur.com.
The time is now 6:47, and we're going to take a live look outside into Laurel right now. And Bob, that is a beautiful sunrise. I was hoping for a good one, but Bob, it feels like fall. My parents bought my dog some fall dog toys. They have pumpkins, scarecrows. So the Webbers are ready for fall, Bob, and I know you are too.
I am ready for fall as well, and it's beautiful for those outdoor fall activities. My wife and I were in the pumpkin patch this past week, or at least buying a pumpkin, not in the pumpkin patch, but a beautiful day for that. 73 the high today, no rain, and it will be dry, so looking great for any outdoor activities. We're in the 70s today, so a little bit above the average of 72, but then we're dipping into the 60s Thursday and Friday, but then we're back into the upper 70s this upcoming weekend, so kind of a roller coaster ride on the way, and a very dry air mass too. Look at this, we're at the very bottom of the graph of the comfortable range on the muggy meter, but then it starts getting a little muggy, but we're still in the comfy range even on Sunday. Sunday as it does get a little muggier, but then it dries out after that as we get that shot of cool air next week. It's cold right now, 41 in Redden and Delmar and Salisbury, 45 in Seaford. I did check in Millsboro, 44 there, 53 Bethany Beach and Rehoboth at 55. A little bit of a breeze along the coast, calm inland areas. We'll see a westerly wind today warming us up, but not right now. It's chilly and cold. You see kind of this milky complexion to the satellite giving us the cold air reflecting back to space. Looking to the south, we're seeing the cirrus clouds from Milton now moving into the Carolinas with high pressure extending back to the west, and this big bubble of high pressure will protect us from Milton. It'll keep it well to our south, but once again, as we know, Florida is going to get whacked by the storm as we go into tonight. 48 in Millsboro, 48 in Georgetown on Futurecast this morning. Warming through the 60s this morning to the lower 70s around the noon hour, around 71 to 73 later this afternoon, but feeling cooler with a westerly breeze. And then a northwest breeze kicks in tonight. So we're in the 40s and 50s tomorrow morning. On top of that, we've got wind, so it's going to be a chilly time. And then by the afternoon, we're only into the low to mid 60s as we go into your Thursday, and then we go into your Friday morning, and we're looking at very chilly conditions with temperatures in the low to mid 40s, 40s and 50s at the coast. Here is powerful Hurricane Milton, and you can see the tight eye right here. And this is not good news. We're looking at a pressure of 907 millibars. This is a very dangerous storm. Sustained winds of 160, gusting to 195, and it's heading right for the coast. And I think it will be making landfall somewhere between Tampa and Fort Myers very early tomorrow morning with 130 mile per hour winds, a 15-foot storm surge. We're looking at devastating conditions. However, it's south of Tampa Bay, so you probably will not see the brunt of the really bad weather there in Tampa. And then it comes across Florida as a Category 1 hurricane on the Space Coast, and then it slowly weakens as it moves out to sea as we go into the weekend. So it's staying well to our south as we're enjoying a beautiful weekend weather-wise. Some clouds, maybe a sprinkle early next week with that next cold front as much cooler air will be building in. Paul Davis 7-day forecast, 73 with the sunshine today, into the 40s at night, only 65 on Thursday, 42 Friday morning, 69 on Friday, and the weekend looking good, mostly sunny and upper 70s, more clouds on Sunday, but then the big cool down next week from 69 Monday to only 63 for high on Tuesday.
We have some important voter registration deadlines that are nearing in both Maryland and Delaware. In Delaware, you must register to vote by October 12th if you want to participate in the November 5th election. Early voting kicks off Friday, October 25th in the first state. In Maryland, online voting registration closes on October 15th, but you can register day of in person. And early voting starts in Maryland on October 24th. CoastTV is the place for you to find all your election information. Right now, under the Decision 2024 tab, we have voting resources and results of recent elections in both Delaware and Maryland. Just visit coasttv.com/decision2024.
Now we're going to give you some traffic news. Bridgeville drivers, you're going to want to get ready for a closure that'll last for about a month. DelDOT says it will be replacing the bridge on Seashore Highway between Ray Road and Federalsburg Road beginning Monday, October 14th through December 19th. Drivers should expect detours and delays. And the time is now 6:52, and it's time to check in with our coastal pet of the day.
Yeah, today's coastal pet of the day, the best addition to its new family. We are looking at Dakota. And Dakota is a fun, very loving. She loves cuddling, always has lots of energy. And this cute cat was submitted to us by Colleen in Longneck.
Well, thank you, Colleen, and we want to see more of your pets on Delmarva, so make sure you send us photos and tell us what makes them so special. You can take a look at your screen.
That is where you will find the QR code. Scan that to submit your furry friend to Coast TV News, and then watch weekdays from 5 to 7 a.m. to see all the pets we feature.
Sunrise coming up at 7:05, looking at a beautiful sky out there in Laurel, but it's cold, 42 there. Bundle up this morning. Our weather is nicer rest of the week into the weekend with another shot of cool weather as we go into next week. I'll have your 10-day forecast coming up next.
My impact matters at Life's Energy Wellness Center. I can see that.
We believe in providing our communities with services and spaces that support individualized recovery and fosters hope in all areas of wellness.
We're hiring behavioral health professionals and administrative support staff.
We offer paid professional development training,
hybrid and flexible scheduling, and supervision hours.
Juntos podemos crear una comunidad de apoyo y resiliencia.
Your impact matters. Fly online today.
At BSD, we're often asked, what is the most important investment of your home? It's your windows and your kitchen. Our Andersen window experts will help you choose and install the perfect budget-friendly replacements. Andersen windows from BSD will improve energy efficiency and curb appeal. Andersen is the #1 trusted window and door brand, backed by the best warranty in the industry. Visit one of our design studios to bring your dream kitchen to life. From inspiration to installation, BSD has you covered.
The doctors of Delmarva Chiropractic take great pride in offering the finest, most individualized care to their patients and stay on the cutting edge of healthcare and clinical interventions. As winners of Coastal Style and Metropolitan Magazine's Best Chiropractors for 7 years in a row, Doctors Lane, Brown, and Taylor help with conditions such as back pain, sciatica, headaches, concussions, dizziness, and much more. The clinic also offers laser therapy, decompression, acupuncture, and custom orthotics. Call Delmarva Chiropractic today and take the first step toward achieving your maximum potential.
Lupo Italian Kitchen in downtown Rehoboth Beach has been serving award-winning Italian food since 2008. Located inside the Hotel Rehoboth, Lupo serves traditional and coastal Italian cuisine, pairing Mediterranean flavors with fresh seafood and local produce. Lupo has an extensive all-Italian wine list, monthly wine dinners, and a friendly and knowledgeable staff. Popular dishes include chicken parmesan, lobster bucatini, and veal meatballs. Lupo Italian Kitchen on Rehoboth Avenue, serving happy hour daily and open 7 days a week. See you soon.
Are damaged and outdated showers and tubs hurting your rental property or hotel bookings? Repair and reglaze them for less. Call Hurls Bath Repair for a free estimate.
Coming up.
The hilarious, multi-talented Josh Gad, everybody.
Wednesday at noon on Coast TV.
Dumping little bunnies, pet rabbits. Why are so many being returned or abandoned like trash? Next Inside Edition.
Today at 5:30 on Coast TV.
The time is now 6:55, and here are the things you need to know before you go. The proposed North Star development between Route 9 and Beaver Dam Road is back on the Sussex County Planning and Zoning Commission agenda. The proposed development consists of 758 single-family home lots, 94 multi-family home units, and 96,000 square feet of commercial space. It is a development that has brought several concerns among locals, the most common one being traffic. The Sussex County Planning and Zoning Commission will meet today at 3 p.m. to review this project.
This morning, an offshore wind update in Fenwick Island as the town is suing the Bureau of Ocean Energy Management over plans to build turbines off the coast. Fenwick Island's Environmental Committee set to discuss offshore wind at its meeting. It was in August the town council voted to join Ocean City in that case against the Bureau. Also last week, Caesar Rodney Institute filed a separate lawsuit against DENREC regarding the transmission lines proposed to be put ashore at the Delaware Seashore State Park.
And it's now 6:56, so we're going to get a quick look at your forecast before you head out the door.
Yeah, Bob, I heard you say a few moments ago, we haven't had to say this in a while, yeah. Bundle up.
I know. You know, it's getting chilly, it's fall, but still that first big push of cool air or cold air, you know, is a shock to the system. So make sure you bundle up this morning. We're starting out in the 40s. We do warm up today and we will see sunshine, but the winds pick up out of the west. So warming up, but feeling cooler with that breeze as we do get it into the lower 70s later on, but a gusty westerly wind. Here's your Paul Davis 10-day forecast, 73 today, and then we see temperatures dip tomorrow to a high of only 65, and look at those lows in the 40s. We're as cold as 42 by Friday morning. I don't know, keep that ice scraper handy, that frost scraper, because we might be needing it down the road here. 69 on Friday, upper 70s Saturday and Sunday, and then another big cool down next week. Wow, 69 Monday, dipping all the way to 61 for a high by Wednesday. That's it. Lows in the 40s and maybe a slight rain chance by Thursday as fall is deeply entrenched across Delmarva.
Thank you, Bob, and thank you for joining us here for Coast TV News Today.
And the Today Show is coming up at 7 a.m.
Then stick with us for Coast TV News Midday at 11.
Have a great Wednesday morning, everybody.